there about the younger you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind saying that again for us? And just
Yeah, for sure. I said, now when I look in the mirror like I'm the man, because the younger me would probably be a fan.
Woo! Yeah!
What would you? I know, right? What would you say to the younger you from this vantage point now, having written a lyric like that?
I mean, so when I wrote that line, I think that's like a universal feeling. I feel like everybody, when they look in the mirror, that is who they want to make proud. They want to make their inner child the most proud of themselves. So, you know, I think there's days where I feel like I'm not making myself, my inner child, as proud as he could be. You know, and then there's days where I'm like, oh yeah, you did that. You know what I mean? And I think today's one of those days, so yeah.
Thank you. The sign says, we must do what it takes to make our younger self proud. And sometimes it means making a call or sending a letter. Without expectation, the other can weather the storm that you brought upon them as you were torn apart, I say to the younger me. Yeah. The more light you embody, the more of your shadow gets exposed and comes to the surface. Andrew Harvey talks about that in a fantastic program with Carolyn Mace called Sacred Contracts. Sacred Contracts. And it's all about the soul and how we become more whole by shining light on the darkness and seeing how then the darkness runs. Oh Lord, I wish I had heard that years before 2019 when so much of me was torn apart. The illusions, God, it's been tough. Damage coming back from that now. Oh, it's been rough. But it's happening. One day at a time. One phone call at a time. One choice at a time. I do it, it says on the license plate there. I do it because it's the way that we actually heal. We take responsibility for the harm we caused others, whether it was intentional or not. Mine was certainly not, and yet there were elements of it that were consciously and unconsciously. And so I own it all, and I am dropping the cross that I have crucified myself on ever since. Because what good does it do me or anyone else to continue carrying that with me when what I need to do is see the landmark along my life path where so much earth was scorched around me. I am not still there unless I hold myself hostage to that cross. So as I breathe myself into the now moment where I am traveling by vehicle and I am on my way to a friend's who has been in my life since 2017 when I committed to the book that rewrote me before the world got to see the version this me will write, having released myself from all those crosses through the night. We hear of the dark soul, the dark night of the soul rather, when the darkest aspects of our soul show up to be addressed, who are scared and need to return to the sacred, to stop trying to information dump and show our superiority, but instead can just say, hey, I fucked up real big. Sorry. I hope you can forgive me. Thank you for being in my life until then. And should you wish wish for coming along with me now. And I forgive you. I love you. That's Hapono Ono when you personalize it. So that's where I'm at today. What about you? What have you got to say about all of this? Not to me specifically, but to the younger you. The one who is asking you to heal your timeline so they don't have to go through the trenches you did on your way back here to this present now. Leave a comment below. I'm sure your insights would help another, and sometimes the public witnessing of what we learned can actually help others heal vicariously through the feels that we actually integrate, embody, and then contribute from that embodied place, rather than trying to share when we're still on fire from the phoenix process of our own awakening. Mine was really messy. I hope yours is not quite so. And yet, if it is, let it be. Do your best not to verbalize that which you haven't yet integrated or embodied. And breathe yourself into the now moment. Meadow Vale is in front on the license plate. So I would encourage you to see the child within the meadow, so that you are able to actually put a more responsible masculine and feminine within the soul throne of your inner kingdom. I used to say king and queen, but the titles, the statuses, the positions mean less to me now. The archetype, sure, you can embody it. Just recognize the biggest thing we need to recognize is all archetypes are filtered through the scared and sacred sides of ourselves.